There we go. So think of 3 wins that we've had this summer. It doesn't just have to be business. It can be personally. It can be something you've done for your community. You answered a call in some way to serve and help people. It could be something with an employee. It could be getting a new vendor. It could be adding a new location. It could be somebody that had a great ticket in your store. Any wins, and we're going to get those going in the chat. If you have them now, start throwing them in. There's no reason to delay on that. Let me get the chat open. Um, Chad moved twins back to college last week. Man, we're doing that this weekend, and it's heavy around here. This is hard on my wife, hard on me, but hard for her for sure. It's because it's our first. So love seeing the wins come in, man. I love it all for all of you. Um, Sleep Store all got together for the first time outside of work. That's great. So appreciate that. Food drive, back to school, snack pack successful. That's awesome, Ray. So yeah, throw them in there. Let's celebrate one another. Put a little reaction up there for each other. High five somebody through the screen. If you know them personally, shoot them a text or a private comment in the chat here. But let's get some wins going. I want to ask some questions, so we'll get the chat going this way too. Because this is going to kind of frame, and just so I know most who are on here, but there's a few new names. And let me just make sure that I am uh, okay on making sure everybody's in that needs to be in. Okay. Looks like everybody's, I don't want to make anybody be waiting. I put a registration link on because I heard at one point, a little while back, our dear friend RJ led a Zoom that went a little sideways because it was a public link. I never saw what went sideways about it. Jerry, I see you laughing, but I heard some things. I don't know that I could believe all the things, but I didn't want any of those things on this one. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So some questions. So I just kind of know what we got going on here with us. Right now. First of all, I want to know what your number one problem is. Marnie, congratulations. Hard. My first official employee on payroll. Boom. That's big. I love that for you. That's great. Marnie's one of our MRT members, and I know that's a long time coming and a big move for her. So what's your number one problem right now? Put that in the chat if you don't mind. So number one problem right now, if we can think about that, put that in our chat. And then I got some easier ones for us. Um, who who has a point of sale system? So just put POS in the chat and how long you've had it. So if you've had it for 16 years, put POS 16. If you've had it for 5 years or 1 year, POS 1 or however long. Um, so let's do that, please, if we don't mind. Again, just kind of helps me frame where we're going. I'll know where to spend time, where to move on, things like that. Fawad, new point of sale since October. Oh, I know that heavy lift. I know what we're in now for one location. I can't imagine for all your locations. That's a heavy lift. Okay. Point of sale, how long you've had it. CRM, so a client relationship manager tool. So this might be where your emails go, or something like Go High Level, or Keep Infusionsoft, or MailChimp, or Constant Contact. So if you've got something like that, just type CRM. All right. Maybe you're old school. Oh, I left it downstairs. I found it. Oh, it was my old recipe box with 3x5 index cards. That is actually a CRM and it can work. And I made a lot of money with that recipe box. I'm so sad I left it downstairs. Anyway, so we've got some people with CRM. That's awesome. Okay, good. Um, who is active on social media? And by that I mean who's really out there letting people know you've got a mattress store, you're in the mattress business. If somebody were to go to your profile, if I didn't know you, and let's say you applied, not applied, but asked to join Mattress Retailer Toolkit, if I looked at your profile and you hadn't answered the questions when you looked to join the group, and I looked at your profile, would I know you're in our industry if I didn't know you by name? Right? That's one measurement of how active you are on social media. And then when was your last post? Was it like today, last week, last month, last year? Um, you know, that's a great way to know if you're active or not. Frequency of posts. Do people know what you do? Are you really active with either your business page or your personal page or a mix of the both? Just type active if you are, please, if you don't mind. So active. And again, that's going to tell me. So we got people, I'm going to look over the answers. We got people with CRMs. We got people with point of sale. Okay. Nobody's got problems. Fawad's son made varsity soccer team as a freshman. That's awesome. Had our best Sunday since Memorial Day weekend. Boom. Love that. Love that. So no, yeah, I'm looking for number one problems. Fawad's active business page. I mean, maybe you're here because you want to get out of the slump. If that's the case, just put slump. I get that. That's what brought us all here. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. There's only somebody waiting to get in. Jeremy, apologies if I had you in the waiting room for a minute or two. Those who just come in, if you can come on camera, if you're in a spot to be on camera, great. If you're multitasking, listening from maybe a bathroom, don't turn your camera on. We don't want that. Um, all right, last question. Who's active in their community? So, might seem like a weird question, but like who is active? Who's doing things? Ray, I know you are. The PAX thing is great. The cherry thingaling things, which I still kind of think that's like a funny name that I think is like little Schadenfreude, little fun, but I don't know it. But they sound tasty, but it might not have even been food. I don't know. But cherry, we did a cherry thingaling, and it was a great event for you. Um, Certainly an Ohio thing. It sounds like. Um, so active in their community. What I mean by that, are we giving back either time, talent, or treasure? Again, this doesn't necessarily have to be in your business, but it has to be something around you. So when you need something from your community, there's a basis of deposit there. So like for us at Gardeners, we give back mattresses, a lot of mattresses, as a matter of fact, to a homeless charity off the streets, getting people out of homelessness into housing, and they pay their deposits, get them furnished so they are in and upward mobility from day one. And we love supporting them. So put active in the chat just so it feels like we're all aligned. It feels like we got some good stuff going on here. So put community if you don't mind, just so I see the difference between active on social media, community, active in the community. Put community if you don't mind. Just let me know what's going on there. And then before we move on too much further, again, if there's a number one problem, other than things are a little slow, they feel a little slow, not loving how Labor Day, like, man, we're just waiting to turn on. Um, I never like to swim out too far on a holiday, but I do want to give you a little moment of clarity. If you haven't looked at the calendar, Labor Day is still 3 full weeks away from today. We are still 3 full weeks. And it used to be in our industry chat. I know you can nod your head in approval of this. It used to be our industry had like a, you know, 2 week to maybe 3 week holiday promotional period. They were on and off fast. Now we span, we got 5 tentpole holidays that probably in I haven't looked at the calendar this year, but I'm guessing those 5 big tentpole holidays probably touch 8 or 9 months, right? Because like Labor Day touches August and September. Memorial Day was late this year, so you might have ran it into early June. I know for some it started in April, some vendors, so like literally ran April to June, so that's 3 months right there. So we still got 3 weeks, right? And I say that because our customers, and we had some wins. Sun made soccer team, taking kids to college. Our customers are still maybe in summer mode. So we don't want to panic just yet. And we also don't want to swim out too late in the holiday. So that's why I felt doing a call like this might be timely and very helpful. All right. So we're going to jump in. I feel like I got a good tone. Who said this about storms? Jeremy, wish you were doing something like that right now. Community got hammered by storms, 300,000 people without power and lots of property damage. Yeah. And you put a link in there. Oh, you're in that part of it. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the rain like up to the windows of tractor trailers. I saw that. If that's the same storm, man, that's rough. If your store is open and has power, um, do what we did back. We had a wicked windstorm back 4th of July weekend come through. Um, if you've got power, if you're open, if you've got AC, make a graphic up, invite your community in, come in, get water, get snacks if you can give them out, charge your cell phones, cool off, get out of the elements. Just be a safe haven, right? Even if it's for 4 hours. People don't necessarily need to sleep over. You can do that. There's some in our industry that have done that. That's up to you, but just be that resource in the community. We had quite a few people take us up on that because in our area, it went from Saturday the 4th to Wednesday that the power was out. So there were people struggling. It was hot here in July back then. So just something to think about there for you. All right. At any rate, let's jump in. We're going to cover 4 areas. If you paid attention to the graphic that brought us here, um, first area we're going to talk about is getting more from the customers you've already paid to acquire. I move fast and I need a sip of water. So pardon me for a second. Man, I have spilled on myself all day today. If you watch the Lancaster Connect show, today we had Nikki's custard in, and we had like amazing Wisconsin custard. Anybody from Wisconsin here? Anybody ever had like what true Wisconsin custard? If you haven't, you're missing out. And if you ever get to Lancaster, we'll take you to Nikki's Custard. But I slopped that all over my shirt on the show. I felt like George Costanza in Seinfeld at the US Open, Tennis Open. Anyway, moving on. So getting more from customers you've already paid to acquire, right? So here's a question for you. And let me ask you this. And if you're okay, this is a safe space, not going out to the public. Here's a question for you. How many people are sitting in your database right now? Do you have that number? And you might extrapolate it out. Okay, I sell this many mattresses a month, and I've been in business this many months, this many years. So how many people are in that database? I mean, for us, between paid customers and emails, I'll put ours in. Actually, I looked at this number. Just we're at 58,000. That's emails, customers, quotes, prospects, fans, friends, referrals. That doesn't include the moat we've built with our community, our referral partners. We'll talk about that if we get time to it. So, I mean, that's a big database to rely on. I'm not saying they've all bought from us, not by a stretch, but we are actively always building that database. So think of your database. How many people are sitting in there right now? Right. And if you don't want to type that number out, I get it. That's fine. Write it down for yourself so you can see it, so you can see that number. How many of them have heard from you with something relevant in the last 30 days? Now, I'm not going to tell you all 58,000 have heard from us, but I can tell you every week there's any number of emails going out across leads for mattresses, people who've got a quote from us buying a mattress, people who've bought mattresses from us, people that are longtime repeat purchasers from us, people who have referred to us, people that have just only ever opted in for things like expos and home shows, people who have only said yes to be on our Lancaster Connects list. So that's 7 unique audiences. And then within each one, there's kind of like subsets of where you're at because we use a lot of email marketing and automation to automatically move people around based on clicks. So I'm not going to tell you they've all heard from us in the last 30 days, but I can guarantee you that every list and sub list has been marketed to in the last 30 days. And I think that's a big problem with our industry is we go for the kill, we go for the mattress sale, and then we move on. I often like to say our industry has a problem with one night stands, right? We sell the thing and then we move on. And we really shouldn't do that to our customers because we sell a lot of things and our customers have 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 or more bedrooms in their home. Plus, if you sell furniture, you can sell them a whole lot of things. I mean, Fawad, I know he's got a number that he tracks, and they look to unlock that lifetime value of their customer, and it's a big number. It's a 5-figure number, nearing 6 figures, and they are hitting that, tracking that, marketing that number for every customer. So that's where opportunity starts, right? When you look to get more customers that you've already paid to acquire, you've already paid. We don't spend a dime on those 58,000 people other than the cost of our CRM, which I think all in with all the apps connected is like $600 a month. So say that number was 60,000 and we're $600 a month. I think that's like 0.001 cents per person is what we're spending to talk with them. I think that's how that math works. It's so minimal, it doesn't matter. Your household database is what matters. And if you're not building that today, that's something you absolutely need to build now. Now, if you don't have that, if you don't feel it's active, here's what you absolutely can do. We had a lot of people chime in with point of sale, right? So we've not done a good job of database, but we do have point of sale. And we do have the ability to go back into that point of sale system and search by year, right? Raise your hand for those on screen. Can you search by year in your point of sale in your database? I know I can. Vernon can, Ray can, right? I think the guys at Sleep Store can. I know Mike Whipfler can. He's a smart guy. Jeremy can. Thank you for chiming in, Jeremy. Right? So at minimum, if we don't have the intelligence and the marketing automation behind it, at minimum, what we can do when we are in a slump, which means it's slower, is we could go back in that database and think about, well, who would be most likely to need a new bed from me right now, right? And you could say, I'm going to spend 3 years, 5 years, and 7 years, August back, and reach out to those folks and say, hey, just want to remind you, happy anniversary. It's our anniversary together. You might recall 3, 5, or 7 years ago, you bought a new mattress from us. And you're going to look at that person's information in your point of sale system, and you're going to say, this person bought a master bedroom mattress from me. So now I can speak intelligently about the other mattresses that are in their home. So if only 3 years ago they bought a quality master bedroom mattress from you, say, happy anniversary. It's Jeff from Gardner's Mattress and More. I just wanted to let you know we're celebrating our anniversary this month. Labor Day is right here upon us. I wanted you to know right from me that we've got some amazing offers. And I hope that main mattress is working out for you. How are you kids doing? Do you have any guests planning to come in the fall? Because now would be a great time to think about those rooms, right? By the way, we have pillows, protectors, sheets. I noticed that you got this wonderful new Tempur-Pedic mattress, let's just say, and we put it on a box spring. Would you be interested in hearing an offer for me to buy back that box spring and really unlock the potential of your Tempur-Pedic mattress or whatever mattress it is? Would you be open to hearing that offer? Because what I could do is I could buy back that foundation and box spring from you and deliver you a bed base to help your posture, help your back. Right now, maybe before you get into that, you might be asking how they're feeling, what's changed in 3, 5, or 7 years. And you now just begin a conversation about what you have to also sell to make what they already have even better. Do you see who sees where I'm going with this? That there is so much value in your database. Who thinks that it would be easy to expect? Who thinks it's like, because this is, I missed one part starting out. So I'm going to say what I'll say and then I'm going to pause. Who thinks it'd be easy to make 10 of those phone calls a day? Just 10. Jerry's in. Fawad's book of business is gold. Fawad, I was saying, your lifetime value number. I didn't want to say it because it's your number, but if you want to say it, you can unmute and say it.
75,000.
My brother,
It
thank
went
you.
up with inflation. Yes.
It's gone up with inflation. Yeah. So Fawad knows that exclusive furniture, every customer that walks in his door is not just one night stand today for $750 for a guest bedroom mattress or $499 for a recliner, and we let them walk out the door and don't think about them forever. No, no. If they bought a $499 recliner only, he knows his team and marketing engine behind it is going to continue to market to 74,501 more dollars. And then
And
they still aren't going to stop there, but that's the goal. That's the horizon.
what works the most, guys, and this is for everybody. I did it. We on one of those Pete win the weekend thing right before 4th of July or Memorial Day. I had the similar message: is you pick up that phone, and that is better than any email or anything you can put out there. You pick up that phone and call what Jeff is basically saying, exactly that, and you invite them back and give them a special offer above and beyond whatever offer that you're offering to the world, and put it around a day or two, and it works. Like, tell them, this is the day I'm inviting you to come in. Can you make an appointment? Come see me. I mean, we're going to do it again this Friday because we're going to start our Labor Day on Monday. So this Friday we're going to do it, and it'll be the biggest Friday we had till the month before when we did it before that. So if you do that, it works.
And Fawad, just share with them what every person selling on your floor has to do before they get to start their day.
Yeah, we got to call 30 people every day. You got to touch 30 people over the phone. This could be people that you've sold in the past or somebody else that don't work here no more has worked in the past. You call and you invite them, tell them, hey, today's the best day. We're having the greatest sale. We just want to see. Out of the 30, maybe like 10, 12 pick up the phone. And our goal is you need to bring in one person a day from social media or from these phone calls. One person you drive in every day that you work to come in to see you rather than the marketing engine. We promise you 3 to 4 ups a day, and you create your one more up. And like we have this whole math is how many people you call, how many will answer, how many comes in, how many people come in the door, how many you'll sell, how much you'll sell them, how much your check will be, like reverse engineered down to the, this is how much you want to make 100K. This is how you're going to make it a year. You're going to make 100K.
Yep.
Because that's what we tell our people. We're going to make 6 figures or you don't need to work here.
Six-figure writers, that's the goal. Love it. So I mean, when you look at his scale, I think Fawad
Oh,
has shared
sorry,
with
I'm in
me,
a meeting, so I can't
he's
have
got
anybody in.
he's got Fawad's got, I think, at least 100 RSAs across his stores. Is that right, Fawad?
Yeah, give or take
Yeah.
95 to 105, depending on how many left.
Yep.
Or
Ebbs and flows. Ebbs and flows. So when you're making 30 calls a day times 100 for round numbers, that's 3,000 outbound phone calls a day in a day. And that might seem like a big number to you. It's all about what you want to make of your business. It is a big number. That's what scale gets you. But it doesn't mean you don't do the modality. It doesn't mean you go do what works just because somebody else can accomplish 3,000 calls a day and that might take you a year doing 10 a day. I think 10 a day is so easy to commit to. And when you start to make this happen, and I love the invite on a day, be a little more strategic about it. Um, I love that. I mean, you might invite on a Thursday as opposed to a Saturday. You might invite on a Friday if that's your event day. You think about how it works for your needs. Now, of course, if the customer says, I can't come Friday, but can I come Sunday? We don't say, no, no, no.
yes,
Friday's my
you say
only day.
yes. You come whenever you want to come.
Yeah, exactly. 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 Right. So the other thing that I think a lot of people leave out is you've got your database, but you've got likely forms from your websites that were filled out, right? Have those people told you no? Have they said I've bought elsewhere? Likely we stopped marketing to them. Likely we stopped promoting to them. But until they've said, leave me alone, I'm calling the cops if you call me one more time, keep calling them, keep reaching out. Now bring value to the conversation. You know, I saw you reached out about XYZ. Did you know they have this great promotion, right? Bring some relevance to it, bring some excitement to it and value. But until they say no more or until they've bought, we keep promoting and marketing. This is how companies win. This is how you get out of a slump. I said I wanted to take a step back before I got into this vertical. So I want us to think. So at the end of this, I'm going to go through what I'm calling 7-day slump buster. All right. One thing across 4 opportunities. So that was our first one. More from the customers you're already paid to acquire. All right. So this is your database. This is people sitting in if you're on paper invoices, get those bankers boxes out and start filing through, literally filing, rifling with your fingers, paper cuts for gold, baby. The money is in there. If that's what you got, that's what you got. Fine. I mean, listen, some of you who've hung around me long enough, I made sold millions of dollars of furniture wholesale. The passenger seat, Pete Primo now has it. He has my passenger seat desk that used to strap in with the seatbelt, had a little file cabinet in front of it. Every 30 days, I'm filing through my dealers. Every 30 days, I knew where I was going to be, what week, seeing who, when, and what they were buying from me. And I had paper cuts made of gold from that file fax because I had a file of every one of my dealers, every one of my prospects in it. I didn't have a CRM, but that was my CRM. It worked. It worked for me at my scale. So if that's what you got, I'm saying some digital stuff is better. There's no doubt. By the way, Chad's team with AVB can help you with that. There are other solutions. I like his. But if that's what you got, don't wait for perfect to go make money today or tomorrow. Start working it right now. Build this plan right now. So 7-day slump buster, we're going to commit to one thing across 4 opportunities. So I think the first thing we all agreed to, at least I saw most of the hands come up that were on camera. So majority rules about who's on camera, we're going to commit to at least 10 phone calls a day, digging into your database, looking at 3, 5, or 7 years where you can call and have an intelligent conversation with those people. Now, if you want to dial it up, you're going to say, I'm going to make 10 calls to 3 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, and even 10 years old. Because 10 years old, now it's 7 and 10, but 10 for sure. Now it's time to replace that bed, right? It's time to go replace it now. Now's the time. We can do an offer on buy back the box spring, get a bed base in the home. You might even do a buyback credit on a mattress that's 5 years old. Okay. We'll give you a trade in. Every year that's left, we'll give you $50 a year credit towards a new mattress, $250 off. Who's got $250 off in their merchandising? Show of hands or in the chat. Yes, in the chat or show of hands on screen. $250 in your merchandising that you can give to anybody right now if you're having a good conversation with them. We have, yep. I mean, I think most of us can do that. Okay. Again, we're not giving them that and the promotion and the thing on our website. This is a one-to-one conversation. All right. So you have to guide it. But again, y'all wait, they're gonna, you know what? We've been thinking this mattress might have started wearing out a little early. I hurt my back a while back and my wife lost weight and she's looking better than ever before. But the mattress just is a little too firm for her now. Boy, it'd be really nice to get some credit out of this thing. Okay. Just have great conversations. So that's the first one in our Slump Buster plan, 7-day Slump Buster. One thing across 4 opportunities. We're going to go back to our database. We're going to make those calls, have intelligent conversations. All right. So that's that point. Point number 2, and before I get into it, right? So a lot of people don't have enough leads, right? Who wants more leads? Show of hands. Put leads in the chat. Chad, thank you for chiming in. Chad said, yeah. So who typed leads in caps? Jeremy, love it. By the way, look in the chat. Be engaged in the chat. There's some gold in there. Chad Fisher, great expert and a lot of experience in our industry. Step up and save, trade in, receive X, special financing, available on all purchases. Yep. Guys, financing is up. We won an award from Synchrony. We didn't even know we were in a contest in Q2, and we're already pretty much on pace to get it in Q3 with the amount we financed. Do not let the news tell you what is or isn't happening in the economy, what can or cannot happen with your customer. You're in control of that relationship. Financing is a great tool to use, whether it's Synchrony first look, Wells first look, or second tier looks, or no credit needed looks. It's a great tool to use. All right. You have to present it your way, your format, your merchandising and discounting plan, but it is a tool to get product in the home. And anywhere you look, financing is being used in durable and consumer goods. So don't sleep on that. Everybody wants more leads, right? So, and that's great. I will always take more leads. We've got the engine, right? When you have things built out, when you got your point of sale, when you have your CRM, when you've got that engine, it's easy to pour fuel on that fire. But if you're not monetizing the leads you already generated, is it really a lead problem? Or is it really more of a flow, structure, and audit problem, a throughput problem? Right? So if somebody fills out a form on a Saturday night, what happens after hours? What's happening in anybody want to unmute and say what happens on a Saturday night after hours? Like what happens to that lead? Who calls? How quickly do they call? Is there a text? Is there an email? Is there something automated going out? Right? Like this is the world our customers are living in when they're sending a message across a computer or across a form or across a chat box. They want instant gratification. So is it a problem of more leads, or is it a problem of your leads need more connection with you and deeper connection with you? Are we only serving them one way that we want to talk to them on email, but they'd rather prefer text? Or, we'd rather do phone, but they want to be on your chat bot or your chat box on your website. Sadly, the promise of technology is technology was supposed to make our life easier, but it's very fractured. Can't change that game, just got to play it. Okay. So Jeremy, thank you for playing along. I see you're chiming in. Yeah, Fawad, thank you. Third tier financing, no credit needed, something that a lot of us look over. I look over that myself. We're bringing that in the fold. Klarna, You recommend after playing Klarna. So if you can plug that in, Fawad seems to be plugging that in. Use it. Jeremy, being honest, thank you for the honesty. He says it sits and waits for one of us to respond. Uh, RJ's got automatic follow up and then goes directly to him. Yeah. So you need a system in there, right? What happens right away? What happens next? What if there's no response? Um, what happens on day two, day four, day seven? Just because somebody fills out a form on a Saturday night at 1 in the morning, it doesn't mean that they're ready to buy a mattress Sunday morning. It just means they're awake. That could be for a multitude of reasons. If you happen to be Fawad, RJ, and Jeff in Las Vegas, it could mean we're out having fun on the town. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we can't sleep. I don't know. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas because there were no pictures because that wasn't allowed. Um, but the point being, are we extracting every opportunity from those leads? Again, if they haven't said, I've bought elsewhere, I've bought from you, or go away, we keep going after it, right? So instead of us just arbitrarily, oh, it's dead. We sent them a message Saturday and it was dead. They didn't get a reply on Sunday, so I'm not going to follow up on Monday. Any number of things could have happened on Sunday. Some people just start research in a disjointed way because it's on their radar for after Labor Day or it's on their radar for next weekend, but they just had a moment now. That's what technology does. I mean, I joked about not turning your camera on if you were in the bathroom, but literally people do supercomputer research stuff from this supercomputer on the toilet. And they might stop what they're doing here, get to business elsewhere, and they forget to get back to their phone. Doesn't mean they've not bought, doesn't mean they're not interested. It just means they're not there yet. It's our job to move them along. I'll tell you right now, our October, I'll just share this right now. I think October is going to be a rough month, rougher than normal. This midterm election is going to be like a general election. And I don't want to be doom and gloom, and I'm not going to talk politics to you. But I think we're going to have to work harder than ever to bring our customers along. There's going to be a tremendous amount of distraction, a tremendous amount of negative news. So we got to bring them along in a positive way. So whatever you're planning for October, plan to dial up the fun, dial up the energy right now, because people will be even more distracted. Whether they want to participate in it or not, it's just going to be the noise. We got to cut through it. So back to our leads. The second thing, what are we doing, right? So this works great for us for following up with leads and really even people that have been in our store and haven't bought yet. I call this the clear future process. And you could do this on text. You can do it on email. You can do it on the phone. Hey, Bob, just checking whether you're still interested in a mattress. That's not the way to go. Okay. Rather, hey, Bob, you looked at mattresses or you sent us this inquiry a few weeks ago. Did you end up finding what you needed? Did you get the answer you were looking for? Or are you still trying to figure out the right option? Okay. So great way to get an actual like question back. Um, really kind of like two survey questions within one. Did you end up finding something? Are you still trying to figure out the right option? Now, when we're talking to people on the phone, we're working to get that appointment. We're working to get them to come back. We have a quote in front of us. The clear future process is this. Hey, Bob. So really a joy to work with you here today. Listen, I know you said you want to think about it through the weekend. So today's Monday. Let's put through the weekend. I don't want to bother you on Sunday. A lot of people are doing family stuff that day. And so I don't want to bother you on Sunday. Is it all right to call you on Saturday? Yeah, sure, no problem. Just so I don't bother you, is there a better time? Is like morning or afternoon better for you? Afternoon. All right, fantastic, Bob. So I'm going to call you around 3, 4 o'clock. Which of those two would be better? 4 o'clock. Fantastic. Bob, and if I call you at 4 and you've just decided to go somewhere, and this is the magic. If you've just decided to go somewhere else, can you promise me one thing? Sure. Can you just answer and let me know what you decided to do? That's all I ask. And maybe you can teach me something at that point, but I feel we got the right fit here today. And I'm going to respect your time to think about it. So I'll call you Saturday at 4. And again, if you could just pick up and let me know what you're thinking, either way, I would so appreciate it. Thanks, Bob. Now, when you call Bob at four, you better remember to call Bob at 4 o'clock on Saturday. You just made an appointment. Don't let him down because maybe they've worked too and they're like, yep, we're going to do this. And when Jeff from Gardeners calls on Saturday at 4, we're going to give him our order. Don't miss that call. Now, when you pick up and Bob says, yeah, we decided to go another way. It's not being upset. It's like, hey, can you just teach me something? What was it? What was it that made you go the other option? And we're not going to spend time bouncing through all the different role plays here. I just wanted to give you a really good path and a really good like word track, so to say, of how to have that conversation of a clear future in that teach me line. Because everybody likes to teach somebody something else. I've actually got my son's girlfriend trying to teach me an awful lot about life right now, so it's kind of funny and consternating at the same time in my life. Um, she loves to teach me. I digress. But people do like to teach. They do like to share. And at the end of the day, this is an opportunity to save a sale because what they share, they might have forgotten that's a service you offer. It might still be the opportunity is still in play. We actually decided to go with the person down the street for this reason. Did you complete the order yet? Well, not yet, but that's where we're going. And like you said, I told you I'd answer when you picked up, and here you are calling me just like you said. So, so integrity and being holding my word up to you matters. It does. Okay. And so, if you haven't completed the order yet, what would need to happen to complete the order with me today? Right. And when you go down that teach me road, it really just opens up some conversation. So, clear future, kind of set that date, hold the appointment, teach me. Even if you decide to go somewhere else, can you just promise to teach me? Promise to let me know why you decided to go somewhere else. And then when you get on that and they went somewhere else, teach me. Just gives you that opportunity, right? So we're going to call number two is we're going to call our dead leads. Okay. We're going to call all those people that stopped at day 4, stopped at day 14. Okay. Maybe stopped at day 30. We have people that have been in our funnel for, and I'm not lying, years, years they've been in our funnel to the point where they're frustrated with us because how dare us that mattress be discontinued? It's like uh, Apple's released 3 new phones in this time. Chevy has brought out 2 new trucks, as has Ford. Samsung's issued 3 new TVs in this time frame. You know, now we still work with them, but the conventional wisdom of somebody being in the market for only, Chad, if you want to mute, what was the old school conventional wisdom? People were in the market 3 to 14 days. Is my memory serving me right there?
72 hours from the time they start looking until the time they either get out of the market because they got confused or they purchase is 72 hours.
Yeah. And I see a ton of data against that,
Well,
that they're,
now the numbers that we look at is pushing over 200 days, 250 days.
yep. Yeah. At Betting You, actually, Josh Soward from Tempur-Pedic shared, I think they had an exact number of 212 days, I think was the number. It might have been 222, something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Thanks,
So
RJ, 212.
you have to constantly be in front of them, right?
Yep.
Because they'll forget about you. We'll forget real quickly.
So the point there for number two is resurrecting your old leads is that if you haven't gotten to day 213, guess who has? TSI. They've got their own stores. They know what they're doing. I think they're a good bellwether, a good metric to follow in our industry. Okay. They've figured it out for their own stores. I'm pretty sure that's going to translate into mat firm business. So now they're doing it too. So if you haven't gotten to at least day 213, we still got more gold to get out there and dig, more work to go do. All right. So resurrecting leads is number two that we're going to commit to. All right. Number three, this one's simple. You might think, oh, I can't believe we're teaching this, can't believe I'm spending time, but it begs focus. I continuously hear it, and that's get more from the people walking in the door. Here's what I've challenged my team to do. Who saw my Stone Cold Steve Austin video on my social media channel? Was that not great? Did the stunner smack the beer cans? RJ, oh hell yeah, yeah. I'm so like I love doing that, but I'm so upset because I have to detail my bike so bad now. There is beer spilled all over that bike. I had Austin 36, Jeff 316. Um, there's beer all over that bike, everywhere, and I'm so glad I didn't do it at the front door. I never expected two Yingling Lager pounders of beer to spread so darn far, but boy, it did. At any rate, if you haven't seen that video, go to my social and check it out. I did that to amp up my team. Um, Here's how you get more from people in the door: excitement. And I've been challenging them. I shared as we started operationally, we've been doing a lot of work that like hurts the head like this, right? This is what it feels like at the end of the day. You just been pounding your head. And we're looking ahead to Q4 and to 27. And I tell my guys, by the time we're done this operational work, this back end work, this tech stack work, man, like bench pressing 300 pounds is going to be like lifting it with a pinky finger. It's going to be so nice for our company. But we still have to sell things. We still have to be excited. So that would be what I say to you is challenge yourself every morning to find that Austin 316, to smack two proverbial beer cans together, to be excited. And here's how you do that. Find products that are exciting in your store that customers can touch, can feel, can experience. All right. Don't waste Yingling, Chad. Yeah. Well, I've so turned away from beer. I really only drink bourbon anymore, and I that's all I had at home, and I wasn't going to go buy another case. But I hear you. I hear you. Bush, Bush, or Natty Light. Yeah. But find things that are exciting. Going to market, I picked up from our friends at Caraloha in their display. They just have baskets of their pillowcases laying around, little tactile experiences. Who has the memory foam or the little gel pads in their store? I mean, Tempur-Pedic built their business on little foam cubes that you crunch, 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 crunch all day long. Customers couldn't stop touching that stuff. Same thing. If you've got great sheets, get some extra pillowcases, put them in a nice little basket. You probably got some baskets laying around the store or at home. Get them out and learn how to sell that product and be excited about it. I've turned into like a bougie pillowcase guy. I literally have a basket of pillowcases by my bed. I change pillowcases every night now. It's like a guilty pleasure that I give myself, and I love it. Every night, I'm a fresh pillowcase. Okay. Be excited. Say, this is the kind of pillowcase you're going to want to do that with, Mr. and Mrs. Customer. Okay. Um, we have the standard mobility products. We see somebody that's walking in with a little bit of a mobility issue, somebody that has referenced they're caring for an elderly or infirmed or mobility challenged family member. At an appropriate time, we take a pause in the conversation, say, let me just show you something because you referenced your mom having a hard time getting around. I'm just so excited about this product because it really helped my wife, or it helped our owner's wife, like our walkers, with my wife specifically, helped her rehab faster. Because I'm a firm believer that those silver Medicaid walkers they give just keep people sicker longer. I believe that in my heart of hearts. Our walkers get people better faster. And I saw that firsthand with my wife. And that story has translated to our team. Now, maybe you don't have mobility walkers, um, but you have product in your store that is very exciting: pillows, sheets, protectors, bed bases. Here's something else. Somebody who's getting this in their business right now. Put this in the chat if you can. If you can't be on screen, raise your hand if you're on camera. I got a bed base from you 8 years ago. Just need a mattress. Who's getting that? Am I the only one? Wow. Okay. Ask that question. Make sure for your mattress only folks, make sure they're not just putting it on an old bed base. Because what we're making hay with right now is saying, hey, understand you got a bed base. We're glad we sold you a great quality product, and they've enhanced. They now have haptic massage, Bluetooth connectivity. Do you use anything Alexa in your home? Our dream room, this came out in our Betting News Now article. Our dream room, we're molding into an immersive connected bedroom experience. And so um, we're now saying, a new bed base with Bluetooth, you can connect Alexa. Do you by chance tell me, do you by chance use Alexa in your home? Oh my gosh, he's got it connected to everything in our life, or vice versa, right? Oh, you can set this new mattress, you can set with a bed base to say, Alexa, go to bed, and it like goes to your favorite position or turns the massage on. Does your base have massage? Does it have haptic massage? Let's check this out. Right. And that's the Tempur-Pedic top end Ergo. I'm terrible at remembering names, so please forgive me. The Ergo Pro Smart, I think it is, right? The top end one. Or whatever base you have. Our friends at BedTech, they sell nice bases with haptics now. It's on the way in. Um, but like, don't just let the customer dictate this. You be excited and present what you have that's exciting. I'm in my podcast office here where I said we're moving our son to college. I said to my wife, do not buy any pillows. We have literally, there are two bed gear night ice pillows over here, and this ain't our bedroom. This is our little twin bed when my dad, rest his soul, used to come stay with us. This is where he'd sleep in this room. But that twin bed now has all our extra pillows on it. I've got two bed gear night ice pillows, the big bed gear like basketball player pillow. We've got others from years gone by. Um, like, don't buy more pillows because we just have a bunch. But not every customer's like that. And we have exciting pillows and we can demonstrate things. All of this equals opportunity. Just be excited about your products. I think it's so easy to come into our store, walk in, unlock the door, turn on the lights, right? If we didn't get the chance to clean up the store the night before, I was a big proponent of always doing it the night before, not in the morning of, because you never know what traffic's going to bring or what emergency might happen. So we're always ready. But whatever our routine is, it is. And it becomes that routine. And we just kind of get in and sit down and get back to the paperwork of the day. Find a new product every day to be excited about. Walk the opposite way in your store. Look at something new as though you're your customer for the first time. Show them that exciting product. Of course, we want to increase your average ticket. Of course, we want to do that so we can hold back some discounting. We can increase average ticket with more financing. Folks, here's another one. This comes from Brent Batterman has said this. My money is cheap. Your money is expensive because you got to pay it off in 30 days. I also like saying to customers, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I can give you the promotion or I can give you the payment. And the payment is cheap because it's my money. I kind of dovetail our statement and Brett's together. And when you say it that way, you get the customer shifted off of discount. You keep more money to the bottom line, which affords you to offer a financing plan, whether it's 24 months to 60 months, that's up to you. It's going to change by the ticket as well. But you can close more people, keep more dollars because you haven't discounted as much. So you're going to increase your average ticket. When we increase that average ticket and present the system, we add pillows, we add sheets, we add protectors. Who's talking about the space that a pillow takes up where you sleep? Who knows those numbers? Keith does. Keith, are you at a spot you can unmute? Good to see you, my friend. Keith's
Hey,
beard comes on the camera first and then his face follows.
ugh. All right, cool deal. It's a good conversation starter. Uh, I need more pillow because of my beard, actually. So, I well, actually, I didn't get to chime in. I was changing a baby. We were talking about like connectivity and people like investing and like obviously this whole thing's about beds, but I had a 22-year-old on Saturday buying Active Breeze because he had the money because he has a good job. He's in a trade job, and I was like, that's like it feels like a whole new like we're not even tapped into. We feel like all the 20-year-olds and late teenagers are buying beds online, but there's a handful of them that like I feel like that's untapped. Like he came in with his mom to buy a bed for their dad on hospice
Mm-hmm.
and her dad, so it would have been his grandpa. And he was just kind of inkling, like he's just kind of like shifting around, looking around and stuff. He didn't come in to buy a mattress, and he kind of hinted at like, oh man, like I really just care about my sleep so much. I'm 22 years old, and he had money to spend because he lives with his parents. And
I
he
was going
dropped
to say,
nine grand
yep,
on Saturday on an active.
yep,
I
yep.
don't know if anybody's tapped into that market or not. I didn't even think that market existed, but apparently it does. So,
It's out
um,
there. My son has, well, between the two of them, actually, I think there's 5 or 6 of them in the trades, living at home, making significant dollars.
it's
Um,
it's expensive to live on your own, and I think that's maybe that's a market we're not even tapping into right now. So,
yeah, yeah,
but
but
you said how much the pillow space takes? Like, are you referencing like size of
yeah,
like the bed? I always say it's like 25% of your sleep space, and And we always start people. We don't have any pillows on our beds, so our process is like I don't ask. I just size someone up. Like our staff just size someone up. I'm gonna grab you a pillow, and I just walk and I grab, two bed gear pillows, a small one for the female. I don't even cue hot or anything like that. I just give them something like it's a display piece, and then after like maybe one or two times, they're carrying it around with them, and so we just kind of rolled that in. Thanks. This is a Brett Batterman, a mix of bed gear, bed tech, and all that stuff too. So, um, but yeah, then I talk about and funny, some people have actually gone home like, I didn't realize I paid you $300 for a pillow. They're like, but I love it, so it's okay.
Yeah. And they're going to tell their friends and family.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some people they'll tell proudly. Some people they'll tell sheepishly. Some people they won't tell at all.
yeah,
The people who always ask them for money, they won't tell at all.
yeah. Oh, of
The
course.
point is what he shared there, Keith. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Hope your family's well. Hope the baby's well and going to sleep well and give you sleep tonight. Um,
Yes, that's the plan. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll see. So,
but that 25% number was the one I was going to, right? Like take the pillow and flip it from head to the toe, and it'll be 4 times. And say, look, a pillow's important. It's 25% of where you sleep. Yeah, you might know it covers a third of your spine. Oh, you didn't know that. 8 vertebrae are up here in your neck. A pillow is very important. This is not something I'm trying to sell to you. This is something that's important to the comfort and the support and the dollars you're here to invest in your new mattress. That's why I'm excited about pillows. I hope you are, because it's a quarter of where you sleep. It takes up a big chunk of your bed. So it begs its attention. That's the third point. Just be excited about what you have in your store by getting more from people walking in the door. Really commit to that. Again, commit to that one thing. So, um, the first vertical, getting more from your customer that you've already paid to acquire. So digging into your database. Ray, thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. We're going to go maybe about 15 more minutes to those who are on the line. If you know me, you know I can go a little long. We're not going to go all that long. Chad, thank you for hanging out too. So step one, digging into that database. Like who are we going to go into, right? 3, 5, 7 years. Number two, how deep are we going to go back? Are we gonna go back to the people we stopped talking to at 2 or 4 days in our funnel? What's up, little guy? Fist bump for the little guy. Keith's son there on the. I think that was his son on the screen with us. Step two: are we going to go back only a week, or are we going to commit to 30 days and 60 days, and then really, as the data says, 212 days? Because that's what our competition's doing, right? Our competition's doing that. So if we're not going to commit to it, it means we're choosing to cede ground that we don't necessarily need to. 3, we're going to be excited. We're going to get more from people in the door. These are things. Number 3 is things that we know it's easy to get away from because the guy down the street gives away free delivery. The guy up the street gives away free protectors. Folks, lean into the benefits that our products create, the value they add as part of a true system, and sell a system of sleep. Say, look, I take serious what I do here in my business. Because if my purchase can help extend your life 6 months, 6 years, anywhere in between, man, that just would make me feel so great. That's why we sell systems here. That's why we sell our products here. And I'm excited to show you all the power that our products have. That's why we want you to at least experience everything we have to offer. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Nothing's really a sale unless you want it to be. I'm here to show you the system. You decide. But I think once you've experienced it, you're going to want to have it at home. Right? And then we speak intelligently about it. So that's number 3. Be excited. Look at your traffic, to your opportunities, to your close rate, to your average ticket, to your revenue. Find something in that line and dig into it with what you show and how excited you are about showing it. Put another way, which number can you move with things you're already selling to people without spending another dollar on advertising? Is it just selling more mattress protectors, more pillows, more bed bases? Certainly something in this part of the conversation sparked that. This is the one I like the most. Get more from the team, right? So traffic slows down. Does your team become more proactive or less? If it's slow for you as a solo store, are you just buying into that slow time, staring out the window, checking to see if your door is rusted shut, picking up the phone, make sure there's still dial tone? Or are you being more proactive about that time? Slow stores create slow salespeople. I like to say there's no empty hours, right? If the Watts team gets this, um, you can call old opportunities, people that have filled out a form, were a quote once from you, have bought from you previously. You can look at their what they bought. As I said in the first segment, go back and talk about guest beds or vice versa. If they didn't buy a bed base, talk about a bed base. You can ask for reviews, ask for referrals. Okay. Create a personalized video. That anniversary thing is great. And it doesn't have to be an anniversary video for each person by name. It can literally just be you in your store. Hey, just sending you a video. I don't know if you knew. Happy anniversary. You got a mattress from us this month, and I'd love to talk to you about your next one. I've got a special offer for you. We're offering it this weekend only. Just reply here, shoot me an email back here, or give me a call. Just let me know if you'd like to see that offer. It's going to be worth your while. Simple. Simple video. Savannah Bananas, if you were on our call with Savannah Bananas, they built their business off of those kinds of little quick 10 to 30-second videos. Savannah Bananas is now a company worth billions of dollars. And they still do that to this day. That's still a part of what they do. Okay. Following up on quotes, obviously. Purchase history creates a next logical opportunity. As I said, they bought a guest bed, but not a master but not a guest bed. They bought furniture, but not a mattress from you, vice versa. If you have new things, shame on us at Gardeners. We've done such a bad job of letting people know we have Ashley furniture. And yet we still do 10 to 15 grand a month in special referral, in special order sales. But we've done a bad job of it. I'll admit that. We've done a bad job. We've sent some emails. That's about it. That's about it. We haven't done anything of any intelligence at all. That's going to change with the new tech stack. I know why that is, because it's yet another silo in our janky tech world that has become the monster we created. Like I said, we're benching 300 pounds right now the hard way. Once we get this going, we're going to bench 3,000 pounds with our pinky. Okay. Role play, practice. And I like to say simulate in place of the word role play, right? Again, no empty hours. And if you're on your own, get in front of a mirror, get in front of your phone, set your phone up and record. If you're weird about seeing yourself on camera, set it up where this camera is facing you so you don't have to see it. Get a tripod from Amazon. They're cheap, like $30. If that. Simulate. Now, what I mean by simulate. So role play is you sit at your desk, you're in a slumped down posture. You're talking about these hypotheticals. Simulation is you're up, going through your body language, your actions, your tonality, your energy ebbs and flows based on the person in front of you. I don't let my guys role play. We simulate and we throw each other curveballs all the time. We're in the moment. There's people on the bed. They're off the bed. They start to walk away. They're like, I don't like this pillow. Because what do customers always play along 100%? No, they don't. They do their own thing sometimes. All right. So there's no such thing as empty hours. Every RSA needs to leave the morning huddle. Fawad talked about this. Not make some calls, commit to numbers. Again, I want it, that 7-day slump buster. We're filling this out together. No empty hours, right? So at least 10 conversations. That's where we started, right? 5 follow-ups with people that are in your world, whether they're off your website, been as a quote, somebody who recently bought but could buy again. Their delivery hasn't been made yet. Hey, just calling you. Here's what I just realized. We're making your delivery in 2 days on Wednesday, and I've got some extra room on the truck. And rather than send air, I'd rather put more product on. So obviously, free delivery on that second mattress because we're already coming to you. If you gave them free delivery, say, hey, get more out of that free delivery. But since we're coming your way, you bought a nice mattress for yourself. And I remember you had a kid with you. Can I make you an offer on an incredible kid's bed? And how about you stop shipping air on your delivery truck and fill that time? Fawad, I mean, you guys are pretty darn good about not shipping air on your trucks, but I think somebody looking at your orders across your scale Could probably find 20 more cubes per truck, maybe, of furniture to throw on the truck. I think. I think.
If I can find somebody who can call,
Right. Exactly.
you know,
Exactly. Exactly.
who, yeah,
But we
that could
can,
be really cool. Yes.
yeah, exactly. Like, I bet you if you did an audit of all the air you ship on your delivery trucks, it's probably a significant number. And that number could be turned into something if we want to go after it. Everybody can go after this example. We can ask for reviews. We can ask for referrals. Hey, yeah, this is Ian. Hey, Ian here from Factory Direct. Colin, um, seemed like you love your mattress. Uh, Typically, if people don't, they let me know. So I'm assuming you love your mattress. Could you help out a small business? You bought from us because we're a small business. I'm going to text you a link, direct link, to leave a review. I'd love if you could do that for me. By the way, is there anybody that you've since talked to about your new mattress that you might be able to refer to me? Is there something I can send you to pass along to them? If you have a good enough rapport, you might ask for that person's phone number. Say, I'm not going to beat them up. I'm going to call them one time.
Yeah.
Just let them know that this person told me to call. Okay. But
Take
there's
it, Extra Brothers. Come on.
so many things that we can do in those empty hours. Okay. So no empty hours. That's what we fill from our
Shipping
team.
air. I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome, Keith. Yeah. I mean, that's from my vendor days. I mean, I had a line Gold Bond mattress up in Connecticut. Bob hated shipping air, hated it. And I was tasked as his rep to fill that air, or my orders didn't flow. So my customers suffered, and I didn't let my customers suffer very often. Okay. Um, so this one, RJ, you're going to smile here. Getting more from your vendors. Your vendors have assets. Your vendors have bandwidth. Your vendors have teams. Your vendors have capability. What if every one of your vendors was tasked to send you a new piece of social media with your logo on it every week? Whether that's a static image, 10-second video to 30-second video. What if every one of your vendors you asked, hey, part of doing business with us from here on out is you need to feed us social media content about our partnership. Now, maybe every week's a little aggressive. We don't ask, we don't get. I got Fawad thinking. I saw it turning. Okay. So what if that existed, right? Going to our vendors all the time, just asking for a discount kind of creates a butting head relationship. But if we go and we create a win-win and we leverage their scale that they've got with us. I mean, look, your D2C vendors, there ain't no reason they can do this because they're creating content all day, every day for themselves. So if you've got a D2C partnership, they absolutely should say yes to this. Okay. You can ask them, hey, do you got inventory you need to, if you're somebody that does special buys and flies in stuff, we don't. We're bad at special buy inventory. We're very bad at it. So much so I stay away from it. But what inventory can I help you move? What inventory do you need to get rid of? How can we create a win-win? I don't want to ship any air anymore. I want to call all my customers next week for the next 3 weeks and add on inexpensive guest bedroom beds. What do you got in the twin full variant and inexpensive queen? I want to make an incredible offer to every one of my customers that's already on the books. I think they're going to do that. You could say, what co-op dollars haven't I used? This is a great one for the end of the year. You could use it right now, right? We're halfway through Q3. What co-op dollars haven't I used? What haven't I used year to date? What ad dollars do you have in the bank that you need to use? Some companies, they end their year in September. They don't always end at December 31st. Ask them. Can you support an email campaign? My buddies at Tango Media, they can get you in front of 30,000 mattress buyers at a time. I think the cost is, I don't know what the cost is. Just went right off the top. I think $800 maybe. I don't know. It's not expensive. Hey, can we do something here? Can you sponsor that? Can we put a bundle together? Can you help me put a bundle together? When I sell your pillow, your protector, your sheet on one ticket, can I get a rebate that I can pass on to my customer? training salespeople, right? Doesn't have to be in your store on Saturday morning with hot coffee and donuts anymore. It can be right here. And that's a more valuable asset. We're transcribing all of our meetings now. I'm in the works of building a sales agent for our team that they can talk to about all their sales so that there's no such thing as empty hours. Now they can go back and evaluate themselves across what we've discussed in all of our sales meetings. Can you help finance other marketing? I was talking today to somebody about something in our industry, and I'll say the name because it's just the name. Best Mattress got one of their vendors to do something very, very interesting with co-op simply because they asked. And it's something that's going to be used for every customer in the store, whether they buy from this vendor or not. But they asked the question. All right. This is another one. Again, what's going on out there in the market? What insights can you share that other successful people are doing? My big thing in Las Vegas market was tell me what people are doing well with anniversary sales. That was the question I asked over and over and over again at Las Vegas market back in July. Jason, thank you for attending. I don't know if I missed you. Appreciate you. Okay. Um, so the key concept here is don't just ask your vendors and partners for dollars and discounts. That's always good to ask. Go to them with a win-win scenario, right? Getting more from them. That can be money, it can be inventory, content. Who liked the getting content fed to you thing? Does that make your life easy? They're all going to not like me now, and that's okay. It's good for their business, it's good for your business. All right. But I mean, I'm serious. Say, hey, part of doing, we've looked at our business. We've assessed where our business needs to go going forward. We need to be more active on social. We need to be more present where every customer is. And so what I need from you is this piece of content at this frequency. Now, you got to use it because if they send it to you and you don't put it out, you ask for something next time, you're not going to be taken as serious. So you got to get it out. But that's the thing, right? Getting content created, what to post, when to post is the hard part. If they're sending it to you, man, it's so easy to feed. I make my vendors put all their stuff in a Google Drive folder. I've got team members across the globe. I got to deal with password security, VPN issues. I don't do that. I'm an Apple guy, but I use Google Drive like I should like I'm an Android person. Everything goes in a Google Drive folder from my vendors, and they don't like it. Some don't like it at all. And that's okay. That's how we work together because my team uses Google Drive. So I need everything in one place. It's easy for me to use across all my devices. It's just a requirement of working with us. That's it. That's all it is. So that's another way to get more, right? Make them work into your system. I don't need to go into Teams here and Dropbox there and AmpPad this and remember 75 passwords. No, I know my email password. That's all that matters, right? So make them work to you. All right, last one. Stop defaulting to sale, right? Education. We'll touch real quick on this. Um, Everybody runs sale. In the word sale, promoting sale, think about here's a challenge question. If you are consistently marketing to your customers, when's the last time you sent a message that didn't have the word sale in it? That didn't have the only goal to be to talk about a promotion? Do you only go, this might hit hard, and I'm sorry if it does. Is the only time you go to your customer list when you want something from them? Or are you adding to their life? Again, if we really believe what we sell can add 6 months to 6 years to somebody's life or more, shouldn't we be giving them educational information? Shouldn't we be giving them sleep tips? Shouldn't we be giving them helpful information about what's happening in their community, about relevant things that might impact their life in a positive way? Shouldn't we be teaching them how to buy our product, how to work with our product? My sleep better tip today was, hey, if you're going to shop around, because we have a lot of local competition, not just Mattress Firm and Mattress Warehouse. So my mattress buying tip today is ask the owners, what's your ethos on choosing vendors? See, our ethos is we can't be a 5-star company with 3-star partners. So ask them what makes a good 5-star partner with you. And we can tell you what ours is, and we'll share that with you here in the store. But that's a good question to know because none of our local competitors make this product. There's no factory direct stores. That's a cool operation, but we just don't have that in Lancaster, where it's made in the back in the warehouse. Everything in the warehouse is made somewhere else by somebody else. And so it's important to you as the consumer to know what kind of partnership that is. That was my mattress buying tip. That's education, right? Like if you think you're buying a John Deere tractor that's the same John Deere your granddad drove in the field, but you buy it at Lowe's, no, 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 no. Your granddad's John Deere is going to outrun that Lowe's John Deere for another 10 years because they just bought the name. But when you give education to your customers, and you can do that in a number of ways, we have a great uh, sleep seminar video on our Gardener's Mattress and More YouTube channel. We're bringing those back in the fall. We're getting back to those. We've taken a little bit of a break, but we're getting back to those. So education, engage.
On the third day, RJ said, freeze. Everybody's shy now. Everybody turn the microphone off. All these muted mics. Jerry, Fawad. Ian, I see you laughing. I know you're here. Jay,
Hey, who's gonna be at prime time?
that's a great question. Keith, I'm assuming you're going to be there by asking.
That's right. I see I could
That's right.
suck her into a cold plunge with me. So
Oh, there you go. Him and Jeremy and Kelly going to be there.
yeah. I'll be there Sunday. I'm really going. I'm going to see Will Guidera. Like, if y'all, I know most of right here in this group's read Unreasonable Hospitality, but I can't wait to hear him talk.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to prime time. We just got back from Brand Source, so I'm not going to prime time, but
Yeah.
that'll be a good one for sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I don't think Jeff's coming back, man. I think the internet went out in all of Lancaster. You know what I mean? They only got one service provider there.
It must have.
I will tell you this: if any of you guys ever heard of Lancaster, you probably just think all Amish. And I just got back from Lancaster. I was at Jeff's store last month, and I will tell you, it's nothing like. And I've been there before as a kid, and it is nothing like I remembered it.
Oh man.
Hi, Marnie.
Does anybody? Everybody here's all. I know Fawad's furniture and mattress, but anybody deal in? I know Fawad does, but anybody deal in like mid-high custom furniture? I have a mattress store, but anybody here tap into the mid to high custom upholstery, custom leathers? Oh, all right, he's back. I won't take his shine.
The lights went out in Lancaster. You're on mute, boss.
Thanks for having my back. I don't know what happened there. I literally was like, can we please get on a Zoom vendors and do pillow fitting? And Zoom craps out. The irony of that. Thank you all for hanging in there. Let me
Yeah, Jeff, are you gonna be? Are you part of Nationwide or are you brand source or neither?
brand source. Yep.
Okay.
Brand source. Yep. Yeah. Thank you all for hanging in there. Just about wrapped up. So at any rate, pillow fitting is great education, but commit to education. If you're an MRT member, RJ, Ian, Jerry, you have them. You've got a lot of our stuff from years gone by. I mean, Keith, even the pocket guides are education you can share out. Literally, you can read it out. You like read it, say it out. It's your education. It can be on Facebook Live. It can be in your store. It can be at a health expo, senior expo. But don't just think of your list as a place to go to ask for a sale, right? Make some deposits into it. That's how
Build
we manage.
relationships. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. That's how we manage our list. That's how our list is so active and so responsive. I really feel we could probably like sell advertising in our list if we wanted to, but I've never felt that it would make sense enough to pay off for the potential damage it might create. Not that I would sell our list, I would have sponsors within our emails to our list. But it is active, and I can show some great numbers because we make deposits. We don't just make withdrawals. All right. So 7 day slump buster to wrap up. And I just want to touch on one more thing we're doing tomorrow with MRT and then through the end of the year. But again, focusing on this, and it's not just 7 days. It's just like, let's look at the next week and then just replicate it week after week after week. Right. So customers, um, what campaign are we going to send to that existing customer segment that we got? All right. So they're in our database. We've already done business with them. What can we say? What can we do to reach out and make more business? All right. That was part one. Leads. What old opportunities are we going to reactivate? Again, remember the big players, they're out there talking through 212 days. So to my last point, it's kind of hard to keep a good conversation going for 212 days if it's just about a sale. All right. So, what old opportunities are we going to reactivate? With your team, what daily revenue producing activity will every salesperson execute? Your salespeople today need, and they're so empowered to do it because they're probably spending at least 90 minutes of the day on their phone doing the scroll thing on social media. Okay. And so if you're paying them any kind of hourly, any kind of salary, you have every right to expect that that time belongs to you and they're doing productive things. Now you got to show them the path. Okay. You got to give them the tools because they're salespeople. They're not marketers. You got to give them some marketing. You got to give them a place to go. You got to give them a direction. All right. But you look at your database, you look at your leads, you look at your opportunities, you look at that roadmap of 212 days of communication. That's the path that they can go on. Same thing with team. Get your vendors involved. How can they feed you content? Can they sponsor an email opportunity? Could they sponsor a direct mail piece? You know, can they contribute to a contest? Can they contribute a prize to your anniversary sale? We'll be asking our vendors that here soon. All right. Ultimately, what are you going to measure for Friday or next Monday, 7 days from now, that tells you whether any one of these things worked, let alone four of them? If we don't write it down, we don't commit to it, you don't hang up from this and think about it, or tomorrow morning, I know it's late for some of you. If you go and pick up on your notes tomorrow morning, first thing, like put it into action. That would be my hope for you because you got to put it into action and know it's going to work. Because if you don't measure it, you can't see what the result is. So define whatever your objective is out of those four. I would hope you commit to at least one out of the four, one thing in each of the four that is, and then just work it. Just work that one thing this first week and then go back that same list of four, work another thing the next week. You find success with one out of three through the end of the month. Um, Go back to that week that was successful and just repeat it. You've got a big database if you've been in business for any time where you can go back and work it. All right. All of that to say, if you feel like you kind of move right from slump to slump to slump, that's because slumps expose waste of time, waste of opportunity. I think one thing that's unique about our company, I shared my wife's journey. I don't mean to continue to harp on that, but it was very profound. I don't know what I would have done if I would have had to choose being an advocate for her, being by her side and having to sell beds on Black Friday weekend, then at our year-end clearance, then on President's Day, then on Memorial Day, and then repeat it all again another year. And that was life. Um, our business succeeded because of the systems we got with Toolkit. We're in this zone right now. For those that don't know, we're building a complete course. We're doing it live. We're recording everything. It's called the Build Your Business MRT Organizational Blueprint. Tomorrow, we've got another lesson, lesson 4. We're going to have 12, maybe 13 total lessons till we're done. For a one-time investment of $497, you get all of it. So you can attend all the live trainings, you get all the recordings, you get all the slides we show, all the worksheets we create and pass out. I've even created like executive summaries from the transcript. So if you're not somebody that can stay fixed on a video, you can now read it. So if you're somebody that's on the go a lot, you can take the printout that we give you and you can read it. So we'll get that. And somebody even challenged me. I do this thing with my iPad where I write out with my handwriting. Somebody said, "Can I get those?" So we'll get those to you too if you need them. So you get all the assets. But if you feel like you're just jumping from a slump to a high to a low, another slump, another high, there's a reason for that. It's because the business just doesn't have structure, doesn't have operational frequency, doesn't have operational excellence. And we want to put that into your business. And that's what the last three lessons have been. Tomorrow's lesson is, and then the rest of the year. It's a one-time investment, no subscriptions, nothing, just one time, $497. And you get all the coursework, get to attend the sessions. If you can't make a live session, we record it and you get to watch it later. Lives in our community in its own little nice place that you get to go to and grab it as you need it and can digest it. So we've got that going on. I just wanted to touch on that because I think it's important because we go in these fits and so many go in these fits and spurts. I talk to people that are on a high and then they're on a low and they're on a high and they're on a low. And like I said, I mean, our business has grown. We're up significant year to date. We're up decently in August, better than I thought we were. Um, and it didn't feel like it, but we are. And it's because we've got this structure. We've got SOPs, we've got organization, we've got a blueprint of what success and the foundation of our business looks like. And that's what we're teaching and training on in MRT through the rest of the year. And that's our course that we're building. And come to the end of the year, we're going to have a great time in January in Las Vegas at our in-person event. And maybe we'll celebrate the people who put all that into action. So I'm still kind of formalizing that. Want to make sure I lock down the space. But those that really commit, I'm going to pat you on the back in front of your peers in Las Vegas. So if I can pull, well, when I pull all that together, not if, when. So that's what we got going on. I'll put in the chat the link for the blueprint if anybody wants any more info on that. You can, of course, just reach out to me personally. Most of you are connected with me on social. I'm like one of the most easiest guys to find in our industry on social media because I am active. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm in all of our industries groups. But there's the link. If you want to know more, you can invest in it right there. Like I said, it's a one-time investment, $497, and you get all the access live and recorded. So any questions? I want to give a few time for any questions. Was this valuable to those that hung out with us? I apologize for the tech glitch. I really do. That's never, I don't want to say never happened, but it's been a long time since it happened. And I find it ironic that I was talking about Zoom and it went out. Any questions for anybody? Valuable. I saw some head nods. Ramses, good. Thank you. Good to see you, by the way. I didn't get to say hi to you as you popped in. Jeremy, good. I'm glad it was good for you. Um,
Not to shill Jeff. If I could
yeah.
just say real quick for anybody, I don't know if there's anybody on this call who's not a member of MRT yet. And again, I'm not just shilling this; it's the truth. $97 a month. Join. It's invaluable. If you pick one tool that you're going to learn throughout the year, it pays for itself 100 times over. So seriously, and again, I mean that. Yes, Jeff and I are friends, but I'm a member of MRT. Have been since day one. Continue to be an active. I will say
Yep.
though, it's like anything else. You're going to get out of it what you put in. If you're there, you're active, you're participating, you're taking the lessons, you're following the information that Jeff is giving you. It will change your business, right? It'll change your business. If you're willing to show up on a Monday night, then I know that you're willing to join and you're willing to put the work in because it is worth it and will pay off tremendously. That's all.
Yeah. Thank you, RJ.
Of
Appreciate you.
course. Of course.
Appreciate you very much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way to start on not delivering air.
You like that one?
Yeah, I hate delivery guys sitting at the warehouse all day with empty with no deliveries on the schedule or just one or two. Man, God, that's so valuable right there. I didn't even think about that.
You know what's more expensive than $6 diesel? Every cube of air you ship that doesn't have a piece of furniture or bedding in it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yep. I got more for you, Keith. There's always more.
Do.
So
you
we'd
do.
love to have you be a member. But
I had
look,
Jennifer on here. Was Jennifer on here? She was on here. I think she copped off a little while ago. Jennifer, she runs my company, so her and I will talk. So,
okay. Yep.
So you going to bed, buddy?
No, I'm not
You say hi.
the book. Hi.
Who's that?
This is one of my sons that saved my life 2 weeks ago. So sorry not to steal the shine. I got a car accident. I had a seizure while
man.
driving 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't know.
I haven't really said much on social yet. It's kind of digesting it still, but I
Yeah.
totaled my car and my 10-year-olds saved my life.
So plug for them. He hopped in the seat, put the car in park, and the other one got out and called 911, and they're 10 years
Wow.
old. So
Way to go, young man.
my little heroes. So
Yeah.
anyways,
Way to
yeah.
go. Well, I'm glad you're here with us, brother.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's hard to take down, but yes, it's all in the past. So just gotta keep moving forward. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
thank you.
I suffered from seizures as a kid up through about age 14.
Yeah.
And one of those things, I guess I kind of outgrew, the doctor said. Haven't had one since about 14,
Were you on
14 and a
Keppra for a
half.
while or some kind of a med?
I
Did they
was
ever?
on a massive like horse pill
Yeah,
daily for
yeah,
a long time.
yeah. That's
Um,
what they essentially prescribed me. It was my third one this year, unprovoked. So it
yeah.
essentially,
Mm,
yeah. So now I gotta just ride that wagon for a while. So
yeah.
um,
Yeah. Well, I'll be
so,
praying for you, man.
awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man. I'll see
Yep.
y'all. I thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, Keith.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Yep. All right. For the good of the group, if there's anything else, I'm happy to stay. Otherwise, we can look to wrap up. I know it's late. Thank you all for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Um, Appreciate you all. Jerry, good to see you. Ian, good to see you. Had some new folks on. Near is a great asset in our industry. He's a longtime rep down there in Texas. So thanks for tuning in, Joseph. Good to see you fighting the fight up there. You know the Gold Bond product. You know Gold Bond when I reference Bob Neboychek. He's a good dude. Um, you know him. He was my first factory I worked for. So good to see you. Jenny, I think Keith had said you were on team Moneymaker there. So that's good. Jeremy, I think I know you. I think I know which Jeremy W. that is. And Rams, it's good to see you, Keith, as well. Anybody else? Thank you so much. Appreciate your time tonight. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope this was valuable for you. And, if it was, let everybody else know. And we'll maybe look to do another one in September like this. This was fun. I had a good time doing this. Take care.